What's up? Welcome to the Athletic Collective. Today I'm here with Coach Wantz, head coach, the new head coach of the Varsity Eagles basketball team. So, Coach, first off, tell me, how has this journey been into this new coaching job here at Sullivan? And I know you're teaching some PE as well. How's that been, and what's it been like?
Man, it's been a great change. Come from a school where it's 300 kids, K through 12, so it's a small school. I taught kindergarten all the way up to senior year. And here, you got 800 kids in school, and I'm like, man, I don't know half these kids that are running down the hallways. But it's been a great change, man. It's nice to have some quality programs, some quality weight rooms, and those types of things. And the guys are great. Administration is great. It's been an awesome, warm welcome, and I feel genuinely happy here.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And basketball now, as we're kind of getting into that, a lot of practicing.
Yeah.
How's practice been so far for you
Man,
guys?
I don't know if you had a chance to walk by. It's energetic. The guys are getting up and down. They're working their butts off. It's been a fun environment. We're getting better, and man, I can't wait for season to start.
I'm glad.
I cannot wait for some games to get rolling, and we can start outputting some of our stuff that we're implementing in practices right now.
And so, what are kind of your expectations going into this basketball season as the new coach here? What are your hopes and for the guys? And
Yeah, number one thing is competing.
Okay.
At every level, every game that we're playing at, we're competing at whatever we're doing. You're not going to win every game.
Mm-hmm.
We hope we don't lose every game, but at the end of the day, it's competing each possession, making sure we take one possession at a time, and then just striving to be better. Early season, we're going to face some adversity. We're going to have some fun with it, and we just want to get better every game and make sure we stay on that right path together as a unit, and we'll get the job done.
And then first game is what date then?
Well, we host our tournament from the December 2nd through the 5th. Here at our place, so we'll get that out relatively quick,
Okay.
and we'll know who we play first, and then we'll be ready to go.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how the program is this year, and so tell me, are you guys kind of? I know that they had their own plays before. Are you kind of doing new plays, staying with the same? What's that been looking like?
It'll be a whole new system that we're implementing, which is good and it's bad, right?
Yeah.
It's good in the sense that it's a fresh new idea. But with that comes some adversity and some new learning and some different philosophies and nothing wrong with that, but just a different little look that we'll have this year.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the season goes, and I know that it's definitely gonna be a big job, and I know that the program it's a good program. The guys, it's fun, and that leads me to ask you. Did you play back in the day when you were in high school? I mean, what was that like for you?
I played a little bit in high school. I was okay, and then I was fortunate enough to be able to play at college with my brother. So basketball has been just about all that I knew from elementary on up, and it's consumed almost all of my life,
That's awesome.
which I love, man. It's the best game in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get enough of it. It's so much fun. So I'm glad to be here doing this.
And so explain to me a little bit. Now you're coaching. How long have you been coaching then?
Yeah. So this will be my 5th year as a head basketball coach.
Okay.
So I've been around the block just a little bit.
Yep.
Still don't know everything.
Nice.
Still working.
And
trying
so
to get better.
how is that? Expand a little bit more. Expand on how is that perspective different? You're a player, all that. How is it different for you now being a coach for 5 years? What do you see differently on the coach side?
Golly, it's such a different world.
Yeah,
it is a different world, and as a player, I'm like, man, why is my coach telling me this? Why is this? Why are we doing this? What's going on here? I'm like, I just want to go put the ball in the basket. That's what I want to do. Then on the flip side, you become a coach first year, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the things that I didn't know as a player that I now know as a coach or am figuring out and trying to learn, it's a whole different way to look at the game,
of course.
and it makes you appreciate it and enjoy it so much more.
bet. Yep,
so
I
much
bet.
more.
So, Coach Wantz, you're about halfway through the season here. Tell me about kind of what it's been like. What are your thoughts? I know this is your first year with the team. How are things going for you?
Yeah, I mean, record-wise, we're not sitting the greatest. We're sitting at 1 win now. I mean, we're almost halfway through the year. But with wins and losses, it's kind of like one of those things where that doesn't tell the whole tale.
Yeah,
You know, for us, it's been daily improvement and sticking with it. Anytime you lose, a lot of times kids will get frustrated because they're not seeing the outcomes they're getting. Well, nobody sees behind closed doors how hard we're working or what we're improving on or what's going well for us at practice and those types of things. And for me, being a first-year coach, of course, it's a little bit frustrating. We want wins in our column. But, man, our guys have not given up. They're staying at it, and we are genuinely on an incline right now, an improvement and pushing in the right direction. That way, come conference time, come district time, I really hope to turn the ship around and see some more success.
You bet, yeah. And I love how you're just talking about how there's more going on behind the scenes. And I think a lot of times for people, everyone's wanting to look at the record of the team.
Right.
And I think everyone justifies a team by its record.
Yeah.
Which obviously that's a shallow way to look at things, right?
Yeah.
Because you look at a team as just how do these guys work together, their teamwork, their heart. That's what we can't see, right? We just see kind of the outward, but I believe all those boys have heart. Obviously, It's been a frustrating season, but there's a lot to learn, right? A lot to learn. I mean, what kind of stuff would you say you guys have learned so far? I mean, they're just.
It's everything that goes into the morning hours, the staying after practice. It's how much work can you put in, and you might not see the success today. You might not see it tomorrow. You might see it a month from now.
Yeah.
But you continue the grind, and eventually you will start to see the success. That goes in life, right? I mean, your first day in the job, you don't have to pick everything up. Eventually, you persevere through it and stay with what goals you have, what disciplines you have, and eventually it'll work out for you. Our guys have been learning, teamwork and skill work and how to put things together and when to make reads and things like that. And honestly, we've done a good job at it.
Yeah. And so for you, what is something, let's say that you're down first half and it's been a tough first half. In the locker room, what is something you kind of encourage the boys with as we go into that second half? What's kind of something you've said in the past that you really try to help the boys with?
Yeah, I mean, and we've had several instances where we've been down at half or we've had a close game at half or what have you. The big thing is you got to treat the third quarter like it's a fresh new game.
Yeah.
Our goal is you want to win that quarter. It starts in the first 4 minutes of that second half on what things you're going to change, what we might improvise or what we might adjust at halftime on what they've been doing well and what we need to stop and what we need to start doing well. Just win the next 2 minutes, win the next 3 minutes, win the next possession, right? You can't look at the score and say, we're down 25. We got to catch up 25 points now.
Yeah.
That's not how it happens.
Yeah.
It needs to be play by play or minute by minute or quarter by quarter, and those are the things that we're working on.
And that kind of leads me into kind of one of the next questions. So kind of what is your favorite thing so far this year? What has been your favorite thing as you've been coaching these guys? Obviously, you've had to get to know a new team, and get to just work on those plays with them, teach them these new ways. What's kind of been your favorite thing so far?
Yeah, honestly, the best thing that I've experienced so far is the buy-in. The guys are on board. I mean, the effort, the discipline, every single day. I don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to bring it. I don't have to worry about it. And that's huge. Anytime you bring a new coach in, you're always worried about, last year we did this, last year this worked, we're turning a new leaf here, right? So it's going to be a new system, it's going to be a new philosophy. And so the fact that the guys have really bought in and stayed with me and have had my back has been wonderful. I could not ask any more for them.
I love that. I think that's great. Well, Coach, we thank you for being with us today.
I appreciate it.
Good luck on the rest of the season.
Thanks, sir.
I'm excited to see what the rest of the season brings for you guys.
Thank
awesome.
you.